Black Supremacy. This is Palmetto Star, the Ratchet Revolutionary. But you can call me Prophet. Prophet Rovetta, Black Supremacy. Excuse my tardiness. I know I'm a little bit late for meditation with the Master. Won't happen again. But I'm actually simulcasting this on Facebook and on Instagram because I did that last night and I saw how I could do it. So I'm really striving to perfect that. Oh, peace, what's going on with you? Yes. So I'm a little bit tardy, so I do, please excuse that. But this morning's address is so very important. In the wake of what's happening, in the wake of everything what's going on, I'm gonna have to tell you guys like it is, and I'm gonna be frank with my language. So you got I'm gonna be real with it. Stop being nice to these pink people, man. Stop being nice and giving conversation to pink people. They should be giving commands. And I'm not saying that, out of spite or anything, or vitriol. It shouldn't be anything vitriol. But black supremacists are really the only ones. I got you, Kasumba. Just hold on for 1 second, brother. Black supremacy. But black supremacists should only be the ones giving commands to pink people. And now that is in reverse, and you have these pink people trying to give commands to black people. That's why we are in this cycle that we are in of racism. Racism is when pink people are trying to control black people. And it turns out to this mess that we are in, this cycle that we are in, this 150-year cycle that we are in. And let me tell you, it's a 150-year cycle. If you're Team Trump or Team Biden, your team lost as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. You are team lost as fuck. Because you have and I'm not saying that to belittle you, but your ancestral memory is short. Your ancestral memory is very short. Because this is a 150-year cycle that we see ourselves in. It's 150 years where we rise in consciousness. And to bring us back in, these pink people play this game of good cop, bad cop. And depending on who you like more, that's who the good cop is, and then depending you like less, that's who the bad cop is. So you got Biden and Trump, and they're playing good cop, bad cop with you. The first time that this has happened 3 times since these pink people have invaded this land. 3 times. And I'm gonna tell you each time: the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and now. This is a continuous cycle. So we had to break out of the cycle. So when you hear, the redcoats are coming, and John Revere announcing the redcoats are coming, the British and the Americans, this was Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Essentially, this is the same thing. It's the same exact thing. And what they do is they usurp our energy. So we fight on either one side, or the British side, because you had a lot of black people fight on the British side because they were promised that they would end slavery, or you have them fighting on the American side, and it's a constant thing. They usurp our energy, and then what they do at the end. This is why it's the ultimate game of good cop, bad cop, because when at the end of this game, after you are fighting and you're ended up fighting each other, when you end up fighting each other, and then they're like, you know what? Let's click up. We're all on the same side. The pink people do this. They click up and they're on the same side, and then you're back in slavery again. You know what I'm saying? It happens over and over again. It happens over and over and over again. 3 times. This is the 3rd time. You know what I'm saying? First time was the Revolutionary War. You joined sides. The redcoats are the Americans. And then the second time, Civil War. You're with the Union or you're with the Confederates. Now this time is you're with the Democrats or you're with the deplorables. And these are false sides. You don't have to pick a side. Choose black supremacy. Choose black supremacy, because these are sides are false. These sides are only there to get you to a point to where you're fighting each other. Then they're going to be like, oh, you know what? We're on the same. Well, the pink people are going to be like, oh, you know what? We're on the same side, and you're back in pseudo slavery. This is how. So when I'm not trying to belittle anybody that thinks any way they want to think, but if you're Team Trump or your Team Biden, your team lost its fucking the sauce, and your ancestral memory does not extend long. You're forgetting certain facts because this is what happens. This is a cycle that's happened approximately every 150 years. Approximately every 150 years this happens. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to step out of the paradigm of having pink people rule over us. That's what gets us in this mess to begin with. Black people we are black supremacists. Let me say it like that, not black people in general, but black supremacists are the true leaders of this world. Our culture is always evolving. We are always ever evolving. These people play by the same rules every time. I mean, they have the same playbook. Their playbook doesn't change. Their culture doesn't change. Nothing about them changes. The only people that are ever evolving into greatness are black people. We are the natural leaders of this universe. And it is time for us now to step into our leadership position and stop being Team Trump or Team Biden, Team Democrats or Team Deplorable. This is a fake game that's happened every 150 years, including the whole coronavirus and all of that, the pandemic stuff. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. Look at it. This stuff happens every 100 years, at 100 and 150 year cycle. It happens every 100 and 150 years. It's a cycle. Break out of the cycle. Break out of the cycle. I command you. Break out of the cycle. We're not going to get anywhere. We keep on going in the same cycle of fuckery. Team Democrat, Team Deplorable. Who the fuck cares? They're fighting to rule over you. Don't you get it? You're not a patriot. If your patriotism is only contingent on Trump being in office, what the fuck sort of patriot are you? You know what I'm saying? So let's be 100% clear on what's happening right now. We're in a 150-year cycle that happens 150 years. This is the 3rd time it's happened. The 3rd time. Get the fuck out the cycle, man. Get the fuck out the cycle. Break the cycle. Break the bonds. And see, the only way that you can truly break the bonds, the only way you can truly break the cycle is you have to destroy their symbols that have gotten you. Now, I could be talking. You can hear me. And it sounds great. It sounds awesome. You're on board. But if you have not burned that American flag, if you have not destroyed their symbols, which are subconsciously in your mind controlling you, no matter how much you think it's not, it's just going to be rhetoric. It's just black power rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, I'll probably sound racist to you. Like, damn, that dude was racist as hell. You know what I'm saying? But it's just rhetoric. All of these flags of imperial powers, you have to destroy them in your mind. Destroy them. Whatever flag is supposed to be your flag that is over you and over your country and all that, your country, destroy that shit right now. Take the American flag, burn that shit to a crisp. You may have to do it a couple times to get that shit out your system, but you had to see these symbols destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's these symbols that are subconsciously in your mind. So my talking points are just rhetoric. If it's not put up, if it's not followed by action, you know. So take these American flags, destroy them. You know, destroy this shit, man. Break the cycle. Break this cycle that you are in, Team Trump, Team Biden. What the hell? Get the fuck out of that shit, man. You're in a fucking mind control shit. These people don't give a fuck about you. They are on the same side. The fact that there was a supposed coup, people at the White House, people died. And then all of a sudden it's like, then Trump is still president. That should show you something. They're on the same side. They're on the fucking same side. I mean, I don't know how much I have to express this for you to get it. They're on the same damn side, man. They're on the same damn side. So I wanted to say that, and stop giving conversation to these people that think they are over you. You should only, as a black supremacist, as someone that is a black divine being, you should only be giving commands to those people, to people. Even, and it may have to be, you have to start talking to these people like shit, man. You have to start talking to these pink people like shit, like, get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try their soccer moms, all that bullshit talk and all this rhetoric. And, you know, they're trying to make you sound racist. And black people can't be racist, because racism is only pink people versus black people. It's only a dynamic of systemic racism versus black people. That's all racism is. Black people cannot be racist. So, you know, it's this bullshit, man. We got to get out of this cycle of fuckery. It's a 150-year cycle that we're in. This is the third time it's happened. Third time. This Revolutionary War was the first time. So the so-called civil, and all of these things are fake. These are names that they put over afterwards. So Revolutionary War was first. Civil War was second. This time it's the third time. It's the third time. It's the third time. Get the fuck out the cycle, man. Get the fuck out. Stop playing these games. Stop trying to be a Democrat, a Democrat, or a fucking deplorable. Like, what the hell is your problem? Seriously. So, you know, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to belittle anybody, but we got to be real and got to understand what's going on. And I'm just saying that your ancestral memory may be a little bit short, and that's okay. But I'm letting you know what's happening. We're in a 150-year cycle, and it's happening in approximately 150 years, including the pandemic. The pandemic's part of the cycle thing too. It's part of the cycle too. So let's get out the cycle, black people. So start talking to these pink people like shit, bro. Start talking to them like shit. Anyway, January 20th is going down. 3 steps to end racism right now is going to be we're having a book release and reading celebration. It's absolutely free, but donations are highly encouraged so that we continue the writing process, so it'll help assist with the writing process a little bit more. So you guys definitely need to be in Atlanta on January 20th it's going down at the Core Total Bath and Body Spa at 2857 Main Street in East Point, Georgia 30344. So it's going down, and you guys definitely want to be a part of that. if you support now, you can support via Cash App at Palmetto Star, $ Palmetto Star. Hold on, I'm put it on here. You guys know I'm computer illiterate a little bit. I'm just kidding. Let me stop all that negative self-talk. But there you go. But yeah, patreon.com, you can call me Prophet. I'm gonna be giving you guys a lot more updates. I'm gonna have signed book covers. We're gonna have food, drinks, and much more at the 3 Steps to End Racism right now release and reading celebration. So you definitely want to be a part of that. 2857 Main Street, East Point, Georgia. At 7, it starts at 7, ends at 9. So at 7, you guys got to be here. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, got to break out this cycle. You got break out the cycle in your own mind. You got break out the cycle in your own mind. You know, people are in a 150-year cycle. It's a 150-year cycle that we're in. You know what I'm saying? 150 years. They keep doing the same thing. And I'm going to recap. Yes, I will be streaming it. Thank you. But 150-year cycle that we just keep on constantly are in. It was the Revolutionary War. Then it was the Civil War. And it's not, now it's now. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop falling for the same tricks. Stop falling for the tricks. Stop. It's a game of good cop and bad cop. And whichever one that you like more is the good cop. And whichever one you like least is the bad cop. You know what I'm saying? And they both appeal to black people and to original indigenous people in different ways. You know, they appeal to them in different ways. The Democrats appeal to black traditional values. Our black, let me not say traditional values, but our traditionalism. You know what I'm saying? Black people's this false sense of traditionalism that black people have. That's what the Democrats appeal to, because they have created this Frankenstein monster called the African American that they appeal to. They're not trying to appeal to black people. The Democrats are trying to appeal to this Frankenstein monster that they created called the African American. That is that their culture is nothing but hip hop, songs, movies, and media. So the Democrats are trying to appeal to this false Frankenstein monster that they created called the African American. That their culture, the fake black culture, is movies, media, and music. Is a fake culture. Is a false culture. Black people's true culture is black supremacy. Our striving to evolve into greatness. Our ever evolving into greatness is our true culture. It's not fucking Boys in the Hood and Belly and fucking Lil Wayne's last album. That's not black culture. Get that shit out yourself. That's bullshit. That's not black culture. You know what I'm saying? So they appeal to that, while the deplorables, or the Republicans and etc., are trying to appeal to black people's sense of independence. You know what I'm saying? Their sense of wanting to be independent of the restraints and things of that nature. So it's a constant. It's fake, man. They've been doing this this is the third time. We're in a 150-year cycle. Third time. This is the third time. First time is what they call the Revolutionary War. Second time is what they call the Civil War. Third time is now. So we got to get out of it. The pandemic is part of the cycle. Look it up. All this stuff you could Google and look up. It's going to be hidden now. But all of this stuff you could Google and look up. But we got to break out the cycle. Break out the cycle. Fuck being Team Trump or Team Biden, because it's dumb. It's dumb as fuck. Stop being any of that shit. Stop being any of that shit. That Team Trump and that, you just sound crazy as fuck. Destroy their symbols of power, like the American flag, any imperial flag. You must destroy it. Or it's just me with me talking. It just sounds like rhetoric. You may like it. You may be like, oh, that sounds great. That sounds wonderful. I want to be a black supremacist today. But if you're not destroying the American flag, any of these flags of imperialism, then it's just rhetoric, because these are subconscious. Or white Jesus. White Jesus is another thing. Burn white Jesus, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this is just is subconsciously controlling you. You know what I'm saying? So, I can say whatever I want. I can say everything, and it sounds so great. It sounds so good, and you guys want to participate right now. But if you're not destroying these symbols, these pictures of white Jesus, destroy a statue of white Jesus. I'm not saying it to tell people to do black supremacy, Ali, but destroy these symbols of imperialism. And jokes and games, yeah, absolutely slip, definitely. But destroy these symbols of control in your mind. You got to do that, because no matter how far towards empowerment you'll go, you're always going to revert back to being controlled by pink people. And being controlled by pink people is ultimately what racism is. It ultimately, is their control mechanism. Them saying that you got to be here, you got to clock in at 5 o'clock p.m. and all this fuck shit is what ultimately racism is. You know what I'm saying? So we had to be under our own dominion. And then, black people, we have a problem with black leadership and black rulership. And so destroying these symbols will make us more subconsciously. And you see, I'm saying this, and you guys may be like, well, what's burning the flag got to do with anything? Burning the flag will get you more being able to accept black rulership, being able to accept black leadership. Because right now, black people who don't know how, they reject black leadership. That's why it's crazy that we don't have substantial black leadership, that could give people a stimulus check. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's insanity. That's because black people subconsciously reject black leadership and black rulership. And when it comes to black people, it's like, oh, well, we could all rule ourselves. We could just be our own rulers, and we could be our own leaders and stuff like that. But then you clock in fucking every day for at McDonald's or whatever the fuck. But then when it comes to a black leader that's truly telling you how to empower yourself and how to take it to the next level, how we could, do it. And it's like a lot. Let me not say black people. I'm gonna say a good group, a good amount of people, of melanated people, because we're waking up. That's why that's why this cycle's happening right now, because a lot of black people are waking up, and they are accepting black leadership. They are becoming more amalgamated into black supremacy and black supreme thought, period. So, they are. So it's about, we have to just take it to the next level, y'all. Just take it to the next level, And I'm not trying to belittle anybody. I don't want to seem like I'm condemning anybody. But we gotta have a real conversation, and we gotta be able to look in the mirror. And when somebody's wrong, you gotta be able to tell them they're wrong, man. You got they're wrong, Break out the cycle. That's what black people need to do. That's what That's what this book is about. 3 Steps to End Racism right now, which is being released for absolutely free to save the world on January 20th. We're having the release and reading book celebration on 2857 Main Street in East Point, Georgia. Be there. It's from 7 to 9. It is free, but we are highly encouraging donations to assist with the writing process, because this is even though this is my first published book, this is going to be one of many books that I'm putting out. My next book is going to be geared towards children, to show them our true black culture, and a series of children's books. And then I have a litany of books, novels, and all. A lot of people want to know exactly what's happening. A lot of people are very curious about what's happening as far as like different things. So I'm going to be writing about all of that. I'm putting it all on paper. I'm putting it all down, so you guys definitely want to be a part of that. So join us for the 3 Steps to End Racism right now book release and reading celebration at 2857 Main Street, East Point, Georgia on January 20th, 7 to 9. It's a free event, but we are highly encouraging donations. As a matter of fact, if you donate, there's a chance you could win something. I'm not supposed to say that, but we're gonna have things that you could win as well, raffles and all of that stuff. But you got to be part of that process. So you actually could donate via Cash App at Palmetto Star. So Cash App is Palmetto Star, and you could donate that way, or you could go to Patreon and become a patron. And Patreon.com is that You Can Call Me Prophet. I have that pinned onto the Instagram. So I look forward to seeing all you guys there. It's been a journey. Every day has been a movie, and we're going to continue forward. Break out of the cycle. Be vigilant. Be aware. Black supremacy.